This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready. Mighty. Get a 20. Don't get nervous. Hey, 22.
They'll run on first down. Wooten. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, smooth. Here we go. Mike's 50 to 20. Here we go. Alert. Come on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming. 44. Bravo. Mike, 44. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Parrish. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Parrish. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Parrish. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Hit it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Defense wins championship.
2nd and 6. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 9. Topper. 5.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
90 Wolf. I got him. Hey, high 7. 44 is Mike. Check. Not here. 44 is Mike. Mike's supposed to get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Parrish over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Come. Go.
Operating from the gun. Parrish. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
No. We 19. 51. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. They'll try the left side. Wooten. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Open man here is Kroll. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Back to throw, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wooten, and he'll be brought down.
He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. They're running it. Back. Omaha, ready to move. Watch the twist. Rush in.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zadarius Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Go!
Looking to throw. Parrish. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Silver. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Drill right, 22. Let's go. Mike's 54. Recon, 132 fighter. 40 got.
Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. James has got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, there'll be marginal yardage against them.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
54.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check it back, check it back. Easy.
They'll try the left side. Wooten. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's it. Big hit.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. 6'6", bullet high.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 42.
Hey, Alpha.
Shoot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Slam.
Bam. Now.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Five.
From the gun, Parrish. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete. It's James. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3 down. 53, ready. Crunch.
Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the Lions first down.
Lady.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set. 280. Oh, you got deep. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
To the air again, Stafford. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
59.
On 3rd down, Wooten. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
22 jet bomber. Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke. Watch it.
On first down, Parrish. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off play action. Parrish. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Man out. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Parrish. Throw right side complete to Carter. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford now to throw. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Wooten. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
80 weapons.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
24 is the mic.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. 4 down.
Now a give, right side. Wooten. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
11. Hey, seam 6. Come off the ball. Mike's 54. Watch the curl. Monday. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Sit on.
On third down, Stafford.
All day, every day.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Looking to throw on second down. Parrish. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun. Parrish, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Parrish is complete to Jones. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent. Work defensively brings up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. '61, matchbox lights.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Parrish. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Go.
This is Jones trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go, let's go. It's time to crack.
Run is 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go again to Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, let's go!
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.